welcome to today's video, today's class. It is the second day of the Sun Salutation series, so we're going to be seeing the forward bend. So to start the class in Samasthiti, remembering that you want to lift up the arches of your feet, engaging your thighs, glutes, and hip muscles, engaging the lower abdomen, sternum up as you inhale, shoulders, and exhaling them down. Your arms on the side of your body, pushing back the computer neck if you've got that going on, and bringing your chin parallel to the ground. Closing your eyes and preparing for the 3 opening Oms, bringing your hands to your heart center in prayer position. Deeply inhaling for the first Om. Deeply inhaling and exhaling as you gently open up your eyes, remaining in Samasthiti as we are going to go directly into the forward fold. First of all, practicing your backward bend from yesterday. So inhaling your arms up, looking back as much as you can, keeping the back, the lumbar tucked in, and really opening from the heart space. And as you exhale, remembering the balance of your feet so that you can, as we had mentioned with the back bend, right? You're engaging everything here. You're putting the weight just a little bit more to the front. And as you exhale for the forward bend, keeping the awareness on an engaged core so that your lumbar is protected as you bend from the hips, going completely down into the forward bend. And the last thing is your head to tuck in. Now, obviously, if you don't have the same flexibility, it won't look the same. So what you can do is to start here with your backward bend and exhale as far as you can. And then when you feel like you're going to start bending at the chest as opposed to hinging at the hips, then you can start bending your knees and bringing your knees as close as you can to your abdomen. So basically, the forward bend, you would finish it with your head coming in. Always try to keep your abdomen on your thighs, according to me, because that gives your digestive system a beautiful massage. If you want to try with your hamstrings, though, you want to be stretching your hamstrings more. Downward dog is good for that, and then you can keep this one, for the stomach. But you can also use a chair to start practicing basically your forward bend so that you can work on the hamstrings a little bit more. So you basically just have a chair and making sure that you've got the same rotation as you would in a downward dog, where you're slightly turned in so that your scapulas are pushing away from each other. Your chest stays open so that you're not like this or like this in your ears, right? So keeping the right shoulder alignment, simply getting a 90 degree at your hips. You can then use the chair here to get into your forward bend here. So this will really stretch the hamstrings more. And be careful to not cave in. And here is really, really, really an amazing spot to just play with your spine. Really to just play with where's your pelvis, where is your spine, so that you can get used to feeling into your body's alignment, feeling into your spine alignment, so that when you do go down to forward bend, you know if you're tucked your pelvis, if it's untucked, where is it comfortable for you? Start playing around with your forward bend. When my neck is like that, I feel it a lot in my hamstrings. And that's really where your self-practice is going to come in as well. And so if you're doing this regularly, you'll notice a huge improvement in your hamstrings as well as your forward bend and your digestion. This is a super good pose for constipation, for gas, for bloating. It's just a really, really good pose. Just your minimum if you want. Wake up in the morning, really, the first step of sun salutation. Inhale up, exhale down. If you were to just do this once a day and come just directly back up, just this is enough to clear your mind, help with your digestion, just help your body regenerate. It's a good stretch. Just that 30 seconds is all you need. It's really all you need. So obviously tomorrow we will be going from forward bend to the low lunge, and we'll be explaining more in depth about low lunge. But for today, I'd challenge you, not challenge, I don't know, invite you, I guess more so. Get me full masculine energy this morning. I would invite you to try just like a forward bend a day. Just commit to it maybe for 21 days and see how you feel. Just a forward bend. Doesn't have to be a super fancy pose. Yoga in its simplicity is so efficient. So efficient. So this being said, moving into the pranayama, it's grounding into your seated position, making sure your weight is equal on both sides, both sitting bones. Your abdomen is just lightly engaged, making sure once again that your sternum is, if you're caving in, push it back and up. If you're caving like this, push it front and up. Inhaling the shoulders up and down. Each hand meets its respective knee. Bringing your left hand with the thumb and index touching, 3 fingers pointing forward for the Chin Mudra, and the right hand will go into the Vishnu Mudra. Index and major are either on your third eye or completely tucked in, with your thumb blocking your right nostril and your pinky and ring finger blocking the left. Closing your eyes and grounding into your breath. On your next inhale, blocking the right and inhaling through the left. And blocking the left and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. And exhaling through the left. I'm not sure if I named the pranayama. This is the alternate nostril breathing. We will be doing it for the whole series, the sun salutation, because it is the king of pranayama. So again, at your own rhythm, starting the round by inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, and exhaling through the left. That is how you complete a full round. Going at your own rhythm, trying to keep the inhale and exhale equal, if not the exhale a little bit longer. And if you do have a habitual practice, the alternate nostril breathing, you can hold in between inhales and exhales as well. If ever the thoughts in your head are a little bit too intense, or they're very present while you are practicing the pranayama, always feel free to bring your focus towards something you're grateful for, something that you're joyful about, something that brings you a feeling of happiness and safety. The voices in your head probably won't calm down for a while. After some daily practice, they will, but for now, just bringing that energy into focus and kind of directing the chatter towards gratitude, love, and joy, as opposed to just letting it be free for all in your mind, just about anything. Finishing off the last round by exhaling through the left nostril. Of course, if you would like to continue the alternate nostril breathing during the meditation, feel free to do so. If not, your right hand also meets your right knee, thumb and index joining, 3 fingers pointing forward, and grounding into your deep belly breathing. And first of all, noticing in your body now, how do you feel before and after going through the pranayama? And once again, just noticing and observing the chatter in your mind, the voices in your head. And just observe what subjects, what topics, what kind of vocabulary are these voices using? And as you observe, bring your awareness down to your heart. If it can make it any more smooth for you, any smoother the process, you can bring your hands to your heart and feel your heartbeat as you bring your awareness to your heart center. And simply feeling your heart and observing how the chatter in your mind may or may not be different now. And as your awareness is on your heart center, if you bring all of your focus and concentration into being able to listen to your heart. You may or may not notice the effect on the voices in your mind. And just know that at any moment, if ever you've got a speech in your mind that is negative talk brings you down, tells you disempowering things, just know that you always have the option of dropping into your heart and listening to the heart. This is a practice that may only be effective at the beginning for a couple seconds, or it might not even work. But know that after a long-term practice, after a daily practice, even just for 2 weeks, you'd be able to see the difference in what your heart has to say and what your head has to say. And breathing into your heart space, directing all of that chatter and noise in your mind towards gratitude, and knowing that at any moment these voices, you actually have the power to redirect it, to speak up for yourself in your mind and refuse to accept these thoughts as reality. One of my favorite affirmations to just answer that voice in my head, no matter what it says, comes from a very beloved author, Louise Hay. And the affirmation is simply, I love and approve of myself unconditionally. And the power behind these words is not to be underestimated. Repeating that to yourself daily, making it a mantra, making it part of your life, and going into the heart space, bringing your awareness to your heart and listening to your heart, being in touch with your heart, and letting that power, that voice in your head that says, I love and approve of myself unconditionally. Because that voice is nothing more than conditioning. It's not you, and it's not true. Finishing off the meditation, this special thought of gratitude towards something in your life right now. And even better if a smile creeps up on your face. You can't help but laugh a little bit or feel a little jitter of how grateful you are. That excitement. Knowing that you can always choose to come into a moment of gratitude at any time of the day. Bringing your hands to your heart center in prayer position. Deeply inhaling for the 3 closing ohms. Bringing your hands behind your back, grabbing your wrist, Inhaling as you open the chest and exhaling as you bow down. Thanking yourself for today's practice. Thanking the universe for internet and chairs so we can practice forward bends, and thank Patanjali for yoga. And inhaling as you come up. And keeping your eyes closed as you bring your hands to the front, rubbing your palms together. And placing your palms directly on your eyes, your fingers on your forehead. Deeply inhaling and exhaling gently as you slowly let the light come into the palm of your hands. Gently letting it flow into your eyes. As you bring your palms away from your face, looking directly at them and coming back into the room. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you thought about learning about the forward fold. Again, 1 forward fold a day keeps constipation away. Let's make it like a thing, like really. And also let me know what you thought about the heart meditation. What about them voices in your head? Has it helped a little bit? And I'm excited to get tomorrow into a low lunge.